I just missed the chicken guy.
Okay.
I always miss the chicken guy. Shut up.
So this is the camera that started it all for me with Fuji. This is the Fujifilm X100. I had the original X100 and it just sucked me into this type of photography. I love the compactness, the 23mm f2 lens on it. It's just a wonderful camera that allows for a lot of versatility and yet creating a certain amount of limitations because it's a fixed lens. You can't change the lens on this camera. And so it forces you to really think creatively and to be creative in your photography. Now, throughout the years, there's been 5 iterations. This is the 5th, the V, and there are some things that are significant in the change of this and some subtle changes. They've done some subtle body lines on this. They've changed, they've added a thumb grip. They've created a brand new lens. They kept it at 23mm and f2, but they completely redid the optics on it. And this thing, I will tell you, is sharp as a tack. What else? Oh, then they also gave you a 90-degree flip screen on it, which was a big deal because the other one had no flip screen at all. And there were some people that were fearful they were going to put the screen that was on the X Pro 3 on there, the hidden screen. We're all thankful they didn't do that. It's just a beautiful, clear 3-inch LCD screen. This has an aluminum body on top and the bottom, giving it a little more substantial feel to it. So overall, this is a real fun camera, and they also got rid of the D-pad on it. So now you have a little joystick on it. So we're going to take this out. Fuji got a hold of me and said, you know, can you take this with you? I was on my way to Kolkata, and that's where I am now, at just below the Howrah Bridge on the Hooghly River. We're going to take this into right now into the flower market and then all around the city and give this camera a real workout and see how it performs. So let's go take some pictures.
The light here is great, and when someone looks this direction, you almost get a Rembrandt effect. So here we are in a little temple off the bank of the Ganges, and actually it's called the Hooghly here, but it's the same river. And I want to take a minute and talk about the image quality and who this camera is made for. So I mean, obviously, with the size and form factor of this, most pros are probably not going to choose to use this unless they use it as a backup camera or use it as a sort of a pocket camera that they take to dinner with them and things like that. However, with that said, this camera's image quality is as good as any of the X series cameras. I mean, it's the same processor and an incredibly sharp 23mm f2 lens. So, I mean, so you're going to get amazing images, and I think you've seen in this video already some images that I've shot, and it proves that the IQ on this thing is second to none. Now, people that use this camera, street photographers, use this all the time, and it's perfect for street photography. It's inconspicuous, it's quick, it's ready to use. The focus on this thing is probably as fast as any camera that I've ever used, including the X Pro 3 and the XT3.
the ease of use, you know, the flip screen, everything about it lends itself for using it in street photography. But does a soccer mom want to use this? Absolutely. It'd be perfect for taking pictures of the kids at soccer practice. You have all the like wide tracking, everything, all this kind of tracking in it that you can take pictures of the kids playing sports. I mean, it'll fit in any purse. It fits into my pocket of my pants, let alone into a purse or something like that. So it just lends itself for everyday use from a non-professional all the way up to a professional photographer.
Wait, stay there, because I like when I talk to you, this guy looks up at you.
I'm good.
In reality, this camera has probably upped my creativity in many ways, because you can't change the lens on this thing. Are forced to be creative, and I think I've seen that in my photography on this trip. I've gotten some of the best images that I've shot in years. I mean, I've really gotten some phenomenal stuff.
One of the benefits of the X100 is the optical viewfinder. The optical viewfinder in this is brighter, and the whole viewfinder itself is bigger. That includes the EVF. Using the optical viewfinder, you have a broader field of view, so that when you're panning, you can see what's coming into the frame. And it gives you, if you choose the option, it gives you a little video in the bottom corner of the frame to show you what you're catching.
People often ask me, well, is it good enough to upgrade from the previous one? There are some upgrades, you know, some cameras that when they come out, you can go, well, yeah, maybe I'd skip one upgrade. I don't think I would with this. I think this is a significant upgrade from the F, and I think that if you've enjoyed the F and if you've got the funds, then you would enjoy this upgrade to the V.
Sitting here eating my samosa, and I'm pondering what else to tell you about this camera. And the reality is, I've just spent 2 weeks here in India. The first week was spent leading a photo workshop, and I used nothing but this camera. Then the last week, I've spent shooting a travel tutorial video with my friend Pete, and again, I used only this camera for the whole tutorial. You know, if that's not a testimonial to the quality and capabilities of this camera, then I don't know what is. You know, this is a loaner camera, and I gotta be straight with you, I am excited to place the order in for my own camera and start using it. Good promotion.